The national policy on evaluation commenced somewhere in 2016 or 2017. It was officially declared in 2018 when we discussed the matter in Parliament. So from 2016, now we have come to 2023. 7 years that has gone by itself shows the need for a national evaluation policy. This is the work that has gone in during this period is remarkable. So I must first commend all those who brought about the national evaluation policy. So this evaluation policy will implement through this Ministry of Finance and the Project Management Department, and it certainly is a useful tool to bring discipline into the system. If you look at some of the projects that have been selected, and on the other hand, the length that has been taken over some of them, it's amazing. I mean, I have sometimes gone through one government, gone into opposition, come back to another government, gone out that government and come back and still the project is on. We took a decision to certainly analyze the spendings in the 10 largest spending ministries. We have fallen back. I wanted them, the reports have been presented to Cabinet to be available in all 3 languages when it will be presented to Parliament. In regard to the Ministry of Defence, in addition to this, we have also launched the Defence Review 2030. So we would know how we control the expenditure in those departments. What I must say here is that while we have done the national evaluation policy, what all our work has shown in the last year, the assessment, is actually one big void in our system: the absence of national policy. National policy should not change, but we had the practice when governments change, policies change, because there were 2 different strong viewpoints that were held. But now what has happened is, when a minister changes, the policies change. So this is the biggest drawback we have. Then why do we why do we commence these projects? What are policies? So we first have to decide, Parliament, not the government. We must try and agree on what are the basic principles. Let the basic principles be agreed on, and then get a national policy framework. Within that, policies can change from government to government, not from minister to minister. Or policies can stay on. But today, at the free market economy, we can't be changing policies as we like. We have to have consistent policies. The next step will be to look at the policies. Already, Parliament has appointed a committee which has given a report on national policies. The Cabinet has to discuss it, and looking at this experience, we'll have to take a new approach as to how policies are being made, the role of the Cabinet, the role of Parliament, and the role of execution. I have asked the Minister of Foreign Affairs to table that by end of the year, to table a paper on the foreign policy of Sri Lanka. The Ministry of Defence will work next year on a long-term defence policy for Sri Lanka, and we are hoping that we'll also work with other ministries in producing the national policy framework. We will be studying the education system. We've got reports on the transport system, on the irrigation system. So as we go along, we hope to bring out discussion papers on what the national policy should be, and hopefully get agreement on the basic principles of national policy, and then lead to a national policy framework.